In this video, we would like to go through several examples graphing with our calculator. So if you have your graphing calculator, it would be useful to go ahead and pull it out and make sure as we go along to plug in the corresponding functions and make sure that your graphs look similar. So for the first example, we're asked to use our graphing calculator to graph y equals x minus 1 quantity squared plus 3. So in order to do that, we go to our y equals button, and we're going to plug in this function from left to right. Left parenthesis, x minus 1, right parenthesis, that quantity is squared, then plus the number 3. Once we have that plugged in appropriately, we go ahead and just hit the graph button. And when we do so, we see we have the graph of our function y equals x minus 1 quantity squared plus 3. And from an intuitive perspective, this looks correct. It's something like a quadratic that opens upward, and the plus 3 tells us it's shifted upward some number of units. Now if we wanted to zoom in on this a bit, we can go to window, there we go, and we can change things accordingly. So let's go ahead and make it go from minus 3 for the x, enter, let's go to just 8 maybe in terms of the positive x. We saw that it started above that x-axis, so let's consider minus 1 for y and leave it at 10 in terms of positive y. And we can see now that we've kind of shrunk that window around the graph of the function. Let's look at a second problem with the function square root of x plus 3. So we go back to our y equals, we clear it, and now we're going to have the square root, which is so second square root, left parenthesis, x plus 3, and right parenthesis. Now notice when we look at our graph, we're still in this shrunk window, so we can go ahead and change our window again accordingly. So let's make our window go back to minus 10 for the x, 10 for the x maximum. For the minimum y value, let's make that minus 10, so it's a standard window now. And we can see that graph of that square root function. So it looks like we've taken that original square root function and we've shifted it over to the left corresponding to that plus 3.